Hi Isaac, hope you've had a good day today. Well, it's time for another bedtime story in the adventures of the magical Mixels. Now, if you remember yesterday, you'd made a Mixel in the story, and when you've put in the last piece of the Mega Mixel, it came to life. And then it could transform between Mega Mixel and normal Mixels. It could do all sorts of amazing things like telekinesis and all sorts of other properties and magical powers that we're yet to find out about. And in this story, this part of the story starts in the middle of a school holiday. Daddy had taken some time off work, and Mummy, Daddy and Lucy had all gone into the city centre for a look around some museums and galleries, to look at some exhibitions, and generally have a lot of fun together. Well, as they were walking down the main street in the city centre, Daddy said, "Oh, let me just pop into the bank. There's something I needed to drop off, and I've got it in my pocket." "Oh, okay." And in they all popped into the bank. When they got there, they were just queuing up to go and speak to a cashier, when suddenly some men came in, masks on, and they whipped out guns. Goodness knows where they got those from, but they whipped out guns and they shouted, "Everybody down! Put the money in the bags! This is a robbery!" "Oh no, the bank's being robbed." And the woman behind the desk tried to press the panic alarm button, but it had been disconnected. These robbers had thought of everything. Isaac thought, well, nobody knows about my Mixel, and I've got him in my pocket. I wonder if he can do something. So, quietly, Isaac pulled the Mixel out of his pocket. The Mixel sprang to life, and Isaac went, "Said, don't make any noise, don't draw any attention to us," went the Mixel. Which was, what? What can I do? What's the problem? And Isaac said, "Oh?" Isaac. All of which was them just confirming that it was in fact a bank robbery. And then the Mega Mixel said, as in, "I've got it, I've got an idea," and off he scampered. And nobody saw him, because nobody was looking for moving, living Lego, because you generally don't look for that sort of thing. And off it scampered. And as it got to the bank robbers, it broke into 3 Mixels, and they each ran up the bank robbers' legs and back, jumped on their heads and pulled their hair, and the bank robbers didn't know what was going on, and suddenly their masks were off and their faces were on the CCTV, so everybody knew who they were. And while nobody in the bank actually knew them, it meant that when the police saw the video footage, they would be able to catch them. Now, the Mixels weren't finished here. They scampered down the arms, and they didn't take the guns off the robbers. They just disabled them. They dropped the magazines out, that's the clips with all the bullets in, so that the guns would do no harm. And when they dropped to the floor, the Mega Mixel formed up, and using his telekinetic powers, sent those way up high so no one could get to them, but so they'd be found and the police would know where they were. And then the Mega Mixel ran underneath the legs of the robbers outside to the police station, or to the phone box outside, where he called the police, and the police came. By this point, the Mega Mixel had got safely back into Isaac's pocket, so nobody knew how any of this had happened or what had happened. The robbers were so confused they were rooted to the spot. The police came, arrested them, and asked them why they had empty guns. And Isaac said, "Bullets are up there." "How did they get up there, young man?" asked the police officer. "I don't know," said Isaac, which wasn't really true, but it was safer than trying to explain the whole living Lego thing to a police officer who probably wouldn't understand and would just think Isaac was making it up. So in this case, that was allowable. But we know, don't we? We know what really happened. The Mega Mixel saved the day. And Isaac, thinking that the Mega Mixel would be helpful, saved the day. So together they were real heroes. They saved lives, they saved money. And the bad guys got caught and went to jail. And that is the end of tonight's story. And in the next stories, we shall have some more adventures with the Mega Mixels, seeing what other powers they might have that can save the day. And right now I will say good night. I love you, Isaac. You sleep tight, and I'll see you on Skype very soon. Good night, buddy. Mwah. Big hug.